Hey friends, welcome back to the channel. Today we're talking about one invisible chain that holds so many people back. Fear. Fear of failure. Fear of judgment. Fear of not being enough. But here's the truth. Fear is just a story your mind tells you. And today I'll share 3 powerful mindset shifts that can help you break free and move forward with confidence. Because we all have fears, but we don't have to let those fears control us. So let's dive in. First, let's talk about a mindset shift that can help you see failures not as setbacks, but as stepping stones to success. You see, we often think of failure as the opposite of success, something to avoid at all costs. But what if we saw failure as part of the journey, as a necessary step towards achieving our goals? This mindset shift can be a game changer. Think about it. When we try something new or take on a challenge, we need to be willing to fail. If we're not willing to fail, we're not truly pushing ourselves outside of our comfort zone. We're staying within a safe zone where we can't grow or learn. So instead of fearing failure, we can embrace it as an opportunity to learn and grow. We can ask ourselves questions like, what can I learn from this experience? How can I use this knowledge to improve my chances of success next time? By adopting this mindset, we can reduce our fear of failure and be more willing to take risks. Now let's look at a famous example of someone who embraced failure and turned it into success. Enter Thomas Edison, the famous inventor of the light bulb. But did you know that he didn't invent the light bulb on his first try? In fact, he failed 1,000 times before he succeeded. But instead of giving up, he learned from each failure and adjusted his approach until he finally succeeded. What would have happened if Edison had given up after his first few failures? We may never have had electric lights. So the next time you face a setback, remember that it's not the end of the world. It's just a chance to learn and grow. As the saying goes, success is not final, failure is not fatal. It is the courage to continue that counts. Next, let's tackle a mindset shift that can help you overcome the fear of judgment from others. You see, we humans are social creatures and we naturally want to be accepted by our peers. But when we're trying to achieve something new or different, we often worry about what others will think of us. Maybe you want to start a new hobby, but you're afraid of looking silly. Or maybe you want to pursue a creative passion, but you're worried about being judged. These fears are understandable, but they can hold us back if we let them. So how can we overcome the fear of judgment? Well, let's start by acknowledging that judgment is a natural human behavior. We all do it, but that doesn't mean we have to let it control us. Instead of worrying about what others think, we can focus on our own values and goals. Ask yourself, why do I want to do this thing that I'm afraid of? What is important to me? When we have a clear sense of our values and goals, we can move forward with confidence, knowing that we're acting in alignment with who we are. Let's consider the example of Rosa Parks, who refused to give up her seat on a bus to a white man. She knew that her action would be judged by society, but she didn't let that stop her from doing what she believed was right. She was driven by her own sense of justice and equality, and she didn't let the fear of judgment stand in her way. So the next time you feel the fear of judgment creeping in, take a deep breath and remind yourself of your values and goals. Don't let the opinions of others dictate your actions. You have the power to choose your own path. And remember, true confidence comes from within. It's not based on the approval of others. And now let's explore a mindset shift that can help you conquer the fear of not being enough. You see, in our society, we're constantly bombarded with messages telling us that we're not good enough, smart enough, or beautiful enough. We may start to believe these messages and feel like we're not enough. This fear of not being enough can hold us back in many areas of our lives. Maybe you want to pursue a dream job, but you're afraid you're not qualified enough. Or maybe you want to start a family, but you're worried that you're not ready enough. Whatever the case may be, the fear of not being enough can keep us stuck and prevent us from pursuing our goals. But here's the truth. We are all enough. We don't need to be perfect to be successful or happy. In fact, our imperfections are what make us unique and interesting. So how can we shift our mindset and overcome the fear of not being enough? Well, let's start by challenging the messages we receive every day. Are the messages we hear in the media really true? Do we need to be a certain size, shape, or age to be successful or happy? The answer is no. These messages are just that, messages. They're not facts. Once we realize that these messages are not facts, we can start to challenge them and create our own narrative. We can focus on our strengths and accomplishments rather than our perceived weaknesses. We can celebrate our uniqueness and the things that make us different. Let's take a look at the example of J.K. Rowling, the author of the Harry Potter series. When she first started writing the series, she was a single mother living in poverty. She faced countless rejections from publishers who didn't believe in her story. But Rowling didn't let this stop her. She believed in her story and her characters, and she was willing to put in the hard work to make them come to life. As we know, her hard work paid off. The Harry Potter series has sold over 500 million copies worldwide and has been translated into 80 languages. Rowling's story is a great example of how we can overcome the fear of not being enough. She didn't let her circumstances or the opinions of others hold her back. She had a vision, and she worked hard to make it a reality. We all have the ability to achieve our goals and live the life we want. It's not about being perfect. It's about believing in ourselves and our abilities. So the next time you feel like you're not enough, remember that you are enough. Focus on your strengths and accomplishments and celebrate your uniqueness. And always remember that hard work and determination can help you overcome any obstacle. Friends, let's sum up the key learnings from today's video. Remember that fear is just a story your mind tells you, and you have the power to rewrite it. First, see failure as feedback and an opportunity to grow, as Thomas Edison did. Second, don't let the fear of judgment hold you back. Stay true to yourself and your values. And third, remember that you are enough. Don't let the fear of not being enough keep you from pursuing your dreams. Focus on your strengths and believe in your ability to succeed. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to hit the subscribe button and turn on the bell icon. That way you won't miss the next video that could change your life. Thanks for watching.